What's going on?
And once they realize that they're not going to recoup any sort of money from her from selling those products that are not getting well reviewed, Netflix will cancel her deal as well.
Since there was so much goodness on the season 1 of With Love, Meghan, I didn't see any goodness, let me tell you.
Meghan Markle got canceled, and trust me, this time it's a whole new level. Netflix, the same platform she's worked with for With Love, Meghan, is so over the drama they're practically waving goodbye.
At the same time, I really get the sense Netflix is embarrassed by their association with Love.
The amount of backlash Netflix has to handle because of her? Insane, honestly.
The latest thing that she did to actually gain more attention completely backfired, not just on herself, but also within Netflix, and how it also got her into serious amounts of trouble.
Meghan Markle's empire is crumbling, and the fall from grace is nothing short of spectacular. What was once a golden ticket to stardom, her Netflix collaboration, has now turned into a public relations disaster. Netflix, a platform that once put their faith in her for With Love, Meghan, now seems desperate to distance themselves from her as the backlash builds.
But Meghan Markle will do whatever is necessary to remain as the one at the center of attention, to remain as the one in the spotlight, in the limelight, and to remain as she sees it as relevant.
Her career, which appeared to be a smooth ride into the world of fame, is now plagued with failed projects and an image that's spiraling out of control. The reality is Meghan's attempts to maintain relevance are turning into a train wreck, and Netflix, the very platform she trusted, is starting to wonder if they should just let it crash. How long can Netflix afford to keep supporting a brand that's losing its shine faster than a supernova?
Meghan Markle is twerking on the internet yet again, but this time she's pregnant. I haven't seen something this cringe since.
In her desperate bid to stay in the spotlight, Meghan's latest move was a viral video, except it didn't go as planned. The video, which featured her dancing to rap music with her unborn children, was posted out of nowhere as if to say, "Look, I'm still here." Unfortunately, instead of generating the buzz she had hoped for, it ended up being a cringe-worthy spectacle that sent the internet into a frenzy. The backlash was swift and brutal, with critics calling it tone-deaf and more fitting for a low-budget reality show than a high-profile Netflix project. Was this the final nail in the coffin for Meghan's once glamorous public persona?
This is even for them, this is a very bizarre video, isn't it?
It's weird.
Meghan's need for attention has become a constant theme. Whether it's posting questionable videos or making headlines with her every move, it's clear she craves the limelight. The problem? Her attempts to remain relevant keep backfiring, and now it's not just her image that's at stake, it's Netflix's as well.
The Meghan Markle backlash and drama continues, and it's only getting worse over time.
Despite all the backlash, Meghan persists. She's been relentless in pushing out content, whether it's a video that insults the intelligence of her followers or a post that reeks of desperation. Her drive to stay at the forefront of pop culture is undeniable, but at what cost? With each passing week, it becomes clearer that her antics aren't just failing to boost her image, they're damaging it. And let's not forget, they're also hurting Netflix's reputation. How much longer can Netflix justify keeping Meghan on board when her every move is like a PR disaster waiting to happen? Guys, this lady is not going to slow down anytime soon, and we are always up to coming up with the latest gossip every time. To stay updated, subscribe to our channel.
I haven't seen something this cringe since.
Meghan Markle's viral video was a disaster of epic proportions, and not in a fun, let's laugh about it kind of way. The video, which showed her awkwardly dancing to rap music with her unborn children from years ago, was so cringe-worthy that it became the gift that kept on giving for online critics. The forced nature of the dance, combined with Meghan's attempt at being relatable, just made everything feel, well, fake.
Make it end. Make it end. What is this?
It wasn't the kind of thing that would make you want to grab your popcorn. It was more like, please, can we stop this now? Instead of reigniting her career or making her appear charming. It just underscored how out of touch she's become. Was this the desperate grab for relevance Meghan thought would work? or just another nail in the coffin of her public image?
Prego, but I'm still doing moves like Beyonce. Yeah, I said I'm pregnant. Get that child support and pay my rent. Your opinion is irrelevant because I'm a baby mama.
It didn't take long for the internet to rip her apart, and critics weren't holding back. They called the video embarrassing, desperate, and downright awkward. The dance moves weren't doing her any favors, and the whole thing felt like an amateur attempt to regain some of the attention she was so used to.
Netflix are saying that Meghan Markle is being completely ignored by the executives there.
The answer, an emergency meeting. That's right. Netflix executives scrambled to figure out how to stop the damage before it spiraled any further. They immediately urged Meghan to take down the video before it caused more harm to the platform's reputation. But Meghan, instead of heeding the warning, decided to double down.
Not one mention of With Love. Nothing. No drop, no secret behind the scenes footage, no video from Meghan.
She wasn't having it. She saw the video as her way of retaliating against critics, but in reality, it only deepened the divide between her and Netflix. She turned a potentially salvageable situation into a PR disaster. Is this what happens when a celebrity gets too caught up in their own narrative, thinking they can outsmart the backlash?
That was a really lame clip. I mean, if that's what you're going to deliver to try and get people into the show, it's like, wow, nothing was left on the cutting room floor, clearly.
Netflix, in a panic, realized the fallout from this was far worse than they anticipated. Their concern wasn't just the backlash Meghan was facing, it was the damage to their own brand. Every time Meghan did something controversial, it reflected badly on them too. Netflix didn't sign up for this level of drama, especially with their shows being dragged into the mix. The once promising partnership had now turned into a ticking time bomb. Meghan's refusal to back down wasn't just about her, it was jeopardizing Netflix's carefully crafted image. Could this be the beginning of the end for Meghan Markle's Netflix dreams, or is this just the latest chapter in a career that's quickly losing its shine?
It's called With Love, Meghan. It's been ripped to pieces by the critics, with the deciders, Megan O'Keefe, calling the show out of touch.
Netflix had big plans for With Love, Meghan, but those plans quickly unraveled. The social media marketing campaign for the second season, which was supposed to boost the show's visibility, got the axe before it even got off the ground. In a move that shocked many, Netflix pulled the plug on the entire strategy, signaling a complete lack of confidence in the show's ability to succeed.
That Meghan Markle has a season 3 of her cooking flop, and that Ted Sarandos adores her and calls her a rock star.
Ted Sarandos, once Meghan's staunchest supporter at Netflix, also seemed to be having a change of heart. It wasn't just the executives pushing for changes, it was Sarandos himself who caved, agreeing to the decisions that would strip Meghan of her power. This wasn't the Meghan Markle that Netflix had once backed so enthusiastically. Now, she was just another fading star who had lost her sparkle. Could this be the point where even Ted Sarandos, her biggest ally, finally realizes that Meghan's brand just isn't worth the trouble anymore?
Where all of the buzzworthy, social media friendly Netflix shows get massive promotion rights. So like the new Squid Game trailer was released there. But there's lots of room. Not one mention of With Love.
As Meghan's empire continues to crumble, it's clear that her Netflix partnership is also falling apart. What once seemed like the start of a new chapter for her career is now nothing more than a cautionary tale about how quickly things can go wrong in Hollywood. The marketing campaign is gone, her control is gone, and soon Netflix might be ready to cut all ties with her entirely. How much longer can Meghan hold on to this illusion of stardom before Netflix finally pulls the plug for good?
She's not doing anything deeper. It's just very, very surface level. And I think we are all sophisticated enough at this point about media games and what people do on social media to know that it's basically everything she puts on there is pretty much totally fake.
Meghan Markle's social media situation is getting pretty embarrassing at this point. Her Instagram comments, disabled. It's like she's putting up a wall around herself, but it's not to protect her from trolls. It's to shield her from the truth. The backlash is so intense, even her loyal followers are now pointing out how out of touch she's become.
And it's not a surprise that when it comes to authenticity, Meghan just really struggles with that game. She'd rather give you a fake picture with vegetables that weren't grown in her garden than actually being real about the struggles of actually tending a garden.
The silence on her posts speaks volumes, doesn't it? Meghan's well aware that her image is sinking faster than a stone. But instead of engaging with the public and trying to rebuild, she's shutting everyone out. The result? Her social media is a ghost town, and the more she hides, the more people notice just how fake and disconnected she's come across. How long can you keep pretending everything is fine when no one's buying it anymore?
And so the whole thing, though, it just reeks of inauthenticity, which is what has plagued Meghan's social media the entire time. I think it's why it's really struggled to grow well, is because people look at it and go, well, that's a nice picture, but it doesn't mean anything. She's not doing anything.
Her whole social media presence reeks of desperation. She's tried to curate this image of authenticity, but all it's done is highlight how self-serving and shallow it all is. From her down-to-earth lifestyle posts to her recycled stories of how she's just like us, it's all starting to feel like one big act. But this lady forgot that this popularity is not sustainable, and one day it all crumbles. This is exactly what happened to her after Netflix canceled her. What do you think? Is any way left for her entry in Netflix? Let us know in the comments below. And for all the new updates, subscribe to this channel.